Alright, you know me if you've seen any of my previous videos. I'm Malone the Physicist. And I am trying fasting as a weight loss method. Now, I've watched a few YouTube videos, and I know about the theories of low-carb diets and keto diets and so forth, and I've always known that fasting, there were some benefits to it. Quite a few, actually. Well, some of these videos look fairly convincing. You know, they were backed by sources. Some of the video makers referred to books and other papers. And I thought, I'll give it a shot. And what they're saying in some of these videos are that after 2 days or 3 days of fasting, the hunger goes away. And when the hunger comes back, that's when you eat. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to see how long I can go until the hunger comes back, and at that point I'll eat. And then maybe I'll fast again. See, I've gained maybe 25 or 30 pounds in the past 15, 16 months, quite a bit. And I look pretty terrible. At least I'm not happy with the way I look. And I'm not really happy with the way I feel. And for me, it's very difficult to get exercise. One of the reasons is I have an injury from the military, and it is coming back to haunt me. And it's hurting bad. I can barely walk. So running and walking like I used to is not really an option now, at least until my leg gets better. And I don't know if it will. The doctor said it was arthritis. And I could go to the gym and work my upper body. Of course, what am I going to do for my legs? I guess I could get on a bike and give that a shot. But still, having the time and the energy to go to the gym and work out is not as easy as a lot of people make it out to be, because I'm busy. I work 11 hours a day, 8 days straight. And then I get 6 days off. So I could work out during those 6 days off, but I have to use 2 of those days traveling, because I work in one state and live in another. And right now I'm in the state in which I work. So there's really no time to work out when I'm working, because I have other things to do when I get off work. Physics-related stuff. Now when I go home, then I have to spend time with the family. And it brings me to my wife, who, when she came last year, we got married, she started cooking for me 3 meals a day. I didn't ask her to. I was always presented with meals. Hey, let's eat. Here's a meal. And they were good meals. A main course and sides and garnish. It was like eating in a restaurant. Well, I told her, we got to stop. I'm eating too much. I'm getting fat. But we still went out frequently to restaurants. And that's probably worse than eating at home, with all the added sugars, the processed food. All the restaurant food mostly is made in factories and is shipped out to the restaurant in boxes where they prepare it, especially the chain restaurants like Olive Garden and those places. Well, anyway, let's get back to the fast. I'm giving it a try, and today is my first day, and I'm going to keep this video blog going to track my progress and to let you see yourself if what all these other guys are saying about fasting is true. Are you going to lose weight? They say you won't lose muscle fasting because you don't produce insulin while you're fasting, and therefore your body starts going into a ketogenic state and burning fat instead of burning muscle. Whereas if I was just to eat a little bit of it every day, then my body would generate insulin, and I'm assuming it's sugar and carbs if I was to eat a little bit of calories a day. And that insulin keeps fat from being released or glucose being released from your fat cells. So your body doesn't go in a ketogenic state and you don't burn fat. I'm here to test it. I'm not saying that they are true, or I'm not saying that they are false. I'm saying I'm here to test it. I'm going to see for myself whether it's true. So, how much will I lose fasting? How long will it be before I start getting hungry again? Well, I'm hungry now, but I haven't eaten. I've had 4 cups of coffee today with no sugar. I use stevia, and I used to use heavy cream in there. Heavy cream doesn't have any carbs. I didn't even use heavy cream. I'm going to go 0 calories, or at least as close to 0 calories as I possibly can during this period. So no calories, and unless there are calories in coffee, maybe there might be some calories in coffee, 1 or 2. I don't know, to be honest. There's no calories in stevia, a natural sweetener. So, and also supposedly stevia doesn't cause cancer like all the other fake sweeteners do. But who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I don't claim to know anything. I claim to find out things for myself. And maybe this will work for me. And maybe it will work for you. Maybe it will work for me, and maybe it won't work for you. Maybe it works for you and doesn't work for me. That's the point. We'll find out. So I don't make any sorts of claims as to what's the best diet, what actually burns fat. Is a low carb, high fat, high protein, or medium protein diet good? I don't know. Is it better to be a vegetarian? I don't know. But I do believe the sugar is no good. Refined sugar, especially refined sugars, I do believe that is bad. And I've tried reducing that as much as possible. I don't drink soda. I don't eat candy. And I avoid bread unless I make the bread myself out of whole wheat, organic flour. I don't add sugar. Or maybe a little bit sometimes so the yeast will have something to feed upon. But as far as sugar goes, I'm not a big sugar eater. But yet, even though I have a very low sugar intake, I'm still gaining weight. And who knows? Who knows what the reason is? We'll see if the fasting does anything about it. Now, what's my weight now? Went to the doctor, 160 pounds, 260 pounds, or 264 to 265 with clothes on, clothes and shoes. That's what they weighed me. Step on the scale, I'm fully dressed, 264 to 265, somewhere in between 264 and 265. So I'm guessing around 260 is what I weigh naked. Now I'll update you tomorrow, and I'll tell you what I've eaten that day, if I've eaten anything, and I don't plan on eating anything tomorrow. I'll just drink coffee tomorrow, like I did today. And right now, I've gone all day. I haven't eaten since yesterday. More than 24 hours it's been since I've eaten. And I'm not that hungry. When I think about food, yeah, I get hungry. If I see food on the internet or whatever, I get hungry. And I have an urge. Maybe it's out of habit to go to the refrigerator and look for something to eat. And who knows how much of that is habit to do that even when you're not hungry. You can say that I'm hungry. I could eat right now. And, even an apple or a carrot would be nice, but I'm not craving it. I can do without it. So far, the hunger isn't so bad. But we'll see tomorrow. I'll update you tomorrow in the evening, and right now it's the evening. And I'll give you an update tomorrow, and we'll see how the hunger is. And I'm expecting the second update, the hunger to be gone. At least if I'm to believe what they say on some of these YouTube videos regarding fasting. Here's what I look like right now. 260 pounds at 5'8". not very impressive. We'll see how I look after the fast. Unfortunately, I should tell you that I don't have a scale. So how am I going to weigh myself? Well, already, with one day of not eating, I feel a little better. I feel a little leaner. And I guess losing some water weight and just not being bloated from salt and eating. So I do feel a little better, marginally better, just for not eating today. But I'm looking forward to when I can eat again, at least right now. But I'm not going to do it until the hunger comes back. They say that the third day the hunger goes away, and then sometime later on, and a few days later, the hunger comes back. And that's when you can eat, and that's when I'll eat. So hopefully the hunger doesn't come back too soon. We'll just see if my body goes into ketosis. And we'll just see.